Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I need to tell you about very literally, probably the best Pokémon TCG event ever. The kind of event that literally made me go and look at the price of flights to Jakarta, Indonesia, before I started making this video, because the Pokemon Festival Jakarta is happening, and it looks beyond amazing. And it's technically the first chance you can get to get cards with Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and Quaxleon, because you'll notice that the logo for this event does feature the first partner Pokemon from Gen 9, and basically there are a couple of cards that can be obtained at this event which do have that stamp on, but there's so much cool stuff going on here, it might actually be worth it. So, what's going on? Well, there are promos of Pikachu and Eevee, and believe me when I tell you, these are the least exciting things. These promos are the least exciting. This is the Pikachu and Eevee that were given away with the Korokoro Start Deck 100. This is the one where you would buy yourself Korokoro comic, and then there was a QR code to scan, and then you would be entered into a lottery to win the Start Deck 100, and it was a special Start Deck 100 where, as you can see from the front of the box, you would get yourself that Pikachu V and that Eevee V. If anybody's wondering, for us, the Eevee is confirmed as being part of Crown Zenith. The Pikachu is actually in the Pikachu V Max collection, which is part of Crown Zenith, but is not. You're not going to pull Pikachu V in Crown Zenith packs. You will need to buy specifically that box to get the Pikachu V, but the Eevee is just in Crown Zenith normally. And these are quite cool, and basically how you get these is, it's one of those stamp collection things. So, play Pokemon Unite, get a stamp, play Pokemon Go, get a stamp, play Pokemon TCG, get a stamp, get free stamps, go and get a card, job's a good un. They are exactly the same as the Korokoro ones, but instead of being stamped to Korokoro, which would be weird and make no sense, they are in fact stamped with this particular event stamp. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I love this. You know I'm a sucker for a good stamp. I've said that many times on this channel. But as far as stamps go, like if GameStop is at one end of the spectrum of why did they even bother, this is as far to the other side as you can get. This is basically like the best stamp ever. Maybe I'm the only one that gets excited about stamps. I don't particularly care. So that's really awesome and that's really cool and they're mechanically unique. But from there, it gets cooler. Oh, I should also show you these two, I suppose. These don't look like real cards. They're not. You'll notice that there's basically a Pikachu and an Eevee, and then it's blank. There's like a hole in the card. That's because these are basically big photo frames that will be around at the event, and you rock up and you get into the card yourself, and you can basically take a picture of yourself as part of a Pikachu and or Eevee card, which is incredibly cool, and I love it. And frankly, I wish I could go to this. If anyone's wondering, when I looked at flights, they were not cheap. And it takes like 16 to 22 hours, somewhere in that range. It's going to cost about $1,000 to get there from the UK. But I'll be honest with you, it kind of might be worth it. So, yes, you can get those Eevee and Pikachu pictures. That's really cool. But there's more. They're actually releasing Celebration Fanfare. Now, this, depending on how into the Pokemon trading card game you are, you're either going to see this as a gigantic deal, or you're not going to get it, so let me explain. You see, Celebration Fanfare is Japan's trophy card. It was given out in 2021, it was given out in 2022 with different artwork. This is a 2022 print. You'll note it's got Hisuian Electrode and Hisuian Zoroark, so it kind of has to be the 2022 version because of the whole Legends Arceus thing. And the thing is, this is a card which is a trophy card over in Japan, which makes it very, very difficult to get hold of. To put it simply, unless you're either rich or ridiculously good at the Pokemon trading card game, kind of like Antoine Boulet level good, who, yes, I'm pretty sure has this card. Sorry, Antoine, if I'm lying about this. Yeah, you're not getting this card. Now, if we go and have a look over on Mercari, which is always a good place to go and look for Japanese cards, I thought it might be fun to go and have a look at roughly how much this card is actually selling for. And you can see there's a whole bunch of listings here, but it's selling for around about, let's take the lower end and say it's selling for about 14,000 yen. That is roughly what you're paying here. This is about a 14,000 yen card, which is £85 or $103. That is a very, very expensive card. It's a trophy card that you have to be really good to win. You get this in Indonesia by rocking up and joining it. It's a participation prize. You don't even have to win it, I don't think. I've Google translated the text here, and I'm pretty sure you don't even have to win it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a participation prize, which is absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. It's a $100 card that, what you have to do, right? You have to register on the Indonesian coach website and then participate in a Pokemon card game collection or workshop or some matches. That's it. That's all you do. You just rock up, having registered on this website, and you get yourself a celebration fanfare, which is a $100 card. Incidentally, the card is once during each player's turn, they can heal 10 from each of their Pokemon, but their turn ends. It's not a good card, but that's not really the point. But it gets better. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, if you buy 2 boxes of V-Star Universe, and we're not going to talk too much about V-Star Universe because we've talked about this quite a lot already, but I want to buy 2 boxes of V-Star Universe. If you buy 2 boxes of V-Star Universe at retail, you get that Pikachu promo. The Precious Collection Pikachu promo. That one. Yeah. You get that card for buying 2 boxes of V-Star Universe. That is absolutely ridiculous. Remember I showed you the other day that over in Japan, this is a 40,000 yen card? That's how much you'll pay for this card over in Japan right now. 40,000 yen is just shy of $300 or about £240. Which incidentally is still cheaper than you would pay on eBay. When I showed you the other day, I showed you it was like a $400-500 card. And again, all you have to do is buy 2 boxes of V-Star Universe. And I know that Indonesian cards do not carry the same value as Japanese cards. I'm fully aware of that. But I'm also fully aware of the fact that these Indonesian cards are printed in the same kind of factories that print Japanese cards. So what I'm saying is it's got the Japanese quality here. And I am absolutely telling you that for most of you watching, and I hope this doesn't sound rude when I say this, this card, if you didn't get a pre-order in a Precious Collector box, this card is basically out of your range. Because it is for me. Like, I was lucky. I was looking when it went up made to order, and I got an order in for the Precious Collector box. There is no way I can justify or afford spending $400 on this card right now. I can't do it. But I could buy 2 boxes of V-Star Universe and get it for free. Yeah, that's basically 2 Japanese promos that are very expensive and very difficult to get hold of that are basically being given away like candy over in Jakarta. And when you're as obsessed with a Pokemon trading card game as I am, I'm not even kidding you now. I'm a grown-up, and I'm married, and I have 3 children. Which stops me from doing dumb stuff I would have done when I was younger. If I was younger, and sans children, I would probably be going to Jakarta. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's how interesting this is. Just to be clear, I am not actually recommending any of you watching this go to Jakarta to try and pick up these promo cards. They'll be available on eBay, all right? They're going to be on eBay. They're going to be available. These cards being, the Celebration Fanfare is a participation promo, so there's going to be loads of them. They're going to find their way onto eBay, etc. And this is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to be checking eBay and places like that. and I'm going to be seeing if these are available. Same thing with that Pikachu promo. It's being given out when you buy 2 boxes of E-Star Universe. They should end up all over eBay. As a side note, if I have any lovely friends in Indonesia that wants to pick these cards up and figure out some kind of trade, hit me up on Twitter at the Wassy, would ya? And I haven't even told you about the fact yet that there is a league you can take part in while you're there, where you can get the alternate art of Lugia V-Star. That was one of the ones that came in the promo pack you got when you bought a box of Paradigm Trigger, or the alternate art Lugia V that was in the mystery box. And actually, not for nothing, but that Lugia V is a very expensive card over in Japan right now, because you could only get it in the mystery box, and because it was kind of like a 1 in 4 boxes kind of deal, and the mystery box sold out super quickly. That is, according to Card Rush at least, an 11,400 yen card, which brings it in somewhere in the region of, what we're looking at here, $84 or £69. Nice. So my point is, and to be fair, this is like ones you have to actually win in League. So these aren't just participation prizes or, get them when you buy some product. You actually have to join the league and win this. But still, all of these cards being so available is just utterly absurd. And if you follow the Pokemon trading card game very closely like I do, and you don't really need to because I do and I'm going to tell you, what we basically see here is a bunch of cards which are really expensive and super difficult to get hold of that become so much easier to get hold of just by heading over to Jakarta. Although, like I've said, please don't actually get on a flight to Jakarta based on this video. These cards are going to end up on eBay and other places, which is going to be a cheaper and easier way to get hold of them than actually trying to fly out and find them. But my point is, this is awesome. I am loving it, and things are looking great. But I want to hear from you guys. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? How jealous are you? How much do you want to be there? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join the Discord and get some chatting done about Pokemon or anything else. And you can get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Stephanie Schapp, who is a supporter of ours for a few months now and does seem to be a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.